Good afternoon. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to get a better shot. Let's show that mood board. Good afternoon and welcome back to my channel. So it is a beautiful, warm, lovely day today in New Jersey, and it's sunny. And I went to Goodwill, and boy, did I score. So let's get started. First of all, the first thing I got, which do not have here, is I got a whole box of sewing patterns. So I'm going to do a wild card Wednesday tomorrow and show you guys the sewing patterns. I'm not going to do a live feed. I can probably get through them in like the normal video time. But I knew that it would just be too much because I have to show you other stuff. So I found sewing patterns, mostly kids and costumes, which, you know, not my favorite, but whatever. And then I found sewing books, including this one, a modern sewing book. It's very cute. Let me show you. It has all of the patterns for stuff in the back on like this glossy paper. And these are mostly like appliques. When she talks about actual patterns in the book, she doesn't do appliques. She gives you measurements. And then she has, of course, because I've noticed lately, everybody's got vintage apron patterns in their books. And then she also has, and here we go, tea towel apron. And she has a whole section in here for just, let me find it, just the pockets for aprons. Yeah, say apron pockets. And she gives you like the guidelines for that. It was $3.99, but of course I got it for less because I'm old. And, oh, look, sugar sweet curtains, because I need another curtain pattern. By the way, there was an entire curtain, 2 curtain patterns in there. I'm like, great. But now, there were 2 things in this Goodwill haul that were so amazing that I was over the moon, but I can't decide which one is my favorite. I think the next thing we're going to talk about is ultimately my favorite, but this is absolutely second place. It is the Singer Sewing. It's a Singer sewing book from 1955, and it's a reference book, and it's just a guide to how to make ruffles. Let's just peruse it real quick. Using a walking presser foot. It's almost like the manual, only slightly more creative than the manual. It had information like here's fashion details, you know, how to do pin tucks, how to do smocking, scallop turns. Stitching for line. I don't know what that means, but and it's from 1955. So, you know, of course, let me show you one of the silhouettes. There we go. The world's tallest, slimmest woman. Yeah. So all this, of course, all the silhouettes are like that, right? It also has the woman's name. Her name was Janet Ross, and it's got her address. And I don't know where this address is because it's not in Hamilton, but it was kind of interesting to just see this woman's name and, you know, just all this stuff about your machine. So after I found the books, on my way to where they keep the patterns, thinking I probably wouldn't find anything because you know how it's been, right? I see the patterns, but as I'm walking towards the patterns, my gaze is caught by something else. And I am transfixed to the point that, sorry, my hair is out of control today. Transfixed to the point that the woman who knows me and knows I'm looking for patterns is talking to me and saying, oh, we have 2 bags of patterns over here. I was hoping you would come in, blah, 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 blah. And I can't even, it was like, you know, that, like when you're underwater and people are talking, because I was transfixed on this. So let me show you what this is. This is vintage Harker ware. Harker ware was a very common, I'll show you guys the mark, make sure I have it the right way. Okay, so Harker ware, not a super expensive dish brand back in the day. Now, incredibly hard to find. You can get it on Etsy if you want to spend a couple $100. Like I just saw someone was selling 4 of the plates that I have here for $20. So not horrible, $5 a plate, but still. And some things are just, you're never going to find. So this is the Teacup and Saucer, which I love the fact that the inside is so pretty, right? And I love me a teacup, let me tell you. The berry bowl. Gorgeous, right? The bread bowl. Or, I'm sorry, the bread plate. The soup bowl. By the way, I'm a fan of rimmed soup bowls. Why am I a fan of rimmed soup bowls? 2 reasons. When I was a chef, you'd ladle the soup in, you could clean the edge, it was really nice. Everything looked really beautiful. When I was a waitress and you were walking with someone's soup, because it was usually on, right, something else, and a little splashed up, you could actually give it a nudge before you even got to the table. Okay, so here's the reason I love this design. This is, I don't know if this is considered a dessert plate. I don't think this is the dinner plate. I have 4 of these in another design that is floral around here. So I ended up getting this whole set for, I think it came to $50 and 1 penny. It is a set of 6, with the exception of 14 of these and 16 of these, which actually is kind of nice. You know, not that I throw a lot of parties, but if I were to do a buffet, having a bunch of these, you know, instead of paper would be so nice. And they're so beautiful. This is the thing. I don't know if you can actually get, I'm trying to find, I think this one is better. Can you see that color? This color is this beautiful, like, I guess it's teal. Maybe it's sea blue, sea green. I don't know what to call it. Peacock. I don't know. To me, it's like teal. But I would call it marine teal because it's so right in the middle between green and blue. It's its own color, right? And it's so beautiful. So I ended up with 6 pieces of everything except for these, plus the sugar bowl and the creamer, both of which were, oh, somebody's got to call me, right? The sugar bowl and creamer, which I'll put in the thumbnail because I'm afraid to even touch them because it's so rare that you find the sugar bowl's lid isn't broken. I was so happy. So that was my Goodwill find today. We'll look at the patterns tomorrow. Like I said, mostly costumes and kids, but that's okay. Most of the kids stuff, most of the costumes are vintage, which is good. And most of the kids stuff are uncut, also good. So until my next video, which will be tomorrow, look for it. It'll be a Wildcard Wednesday. Like, subscribe, comment. Tell me if your mom, grandmom, had the Harker ware, if you remember it, this beautiful, insanely gorgeous color. And I hope wherever you are, it's as beautiful and sunny and warm as it is here in New Jersey. And stay well. Thank you. Bye.